Hello, hello, everyone. I am going live here on LinkedIn for the first time, in Facebook, and on YouTube. So I'm expanding my reach. I am really excited. Welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch either in a replay or live for my Power Me Up pop up training. I try to do these every Tuesday. I don't try, I do. I do these every Tuesday. And I come to you with really high value content that is going to transform, inspire, and equip you to get a quantum leap for yourself as an entrepreneur. We have to kind of change ourselves to get to the next level in our business. And so that's my jam. I help you up level your mindset. I help your money mindset. I help you up level how you work strategically with universal laws, law of attraction, some of you know. And I help you work strategically with your brain and rewiring your beliefs, your programs, clearing things. And I just am here to serve you. And one of the things that we're doing today, not one, the topic we're doing today is how to train your brain into a wealth mindset. Tell me in the comments, and I'm on StreamYard, so supposedly I can see your comments come in. There is a delay, but I would love to have a dialogue with any of you that are live with me today. Tell me in the comments either a 1 or a 2. A 1 is your wealth mindset is doing really well. A 2 is it needs some support. A 1, my wealth mindset is great. Number 2 is I definitely need some support. I'm going to guess that I'm going to get a number of 2s. Yep, there's my first 2. Okay, so I'm going to guess that most of us are feeling a 2, myself included on certain days. Why? Because we live in a world where there is just 24/7 messaging, fear, scarcity, bad things happening, doom and gloom, and it's in our face all the time. You've heard the phrase garbage in, garbage out. Okay. If you're like really like watching that all the time and getting yourself all amped up, what you need to understand is that the more emotional charge you have, the more hardwiring you are doing in your brain for that particular track of thinking, which is scarcity, not enough. People aren't, people aren't buying coaching. People don't do high-end coaching, blah, blah, blah. Like all the things, whatever it is, whatever your business is, be very careful what you're paying attention to because I work with law of attraction, what we resonate with on a vibrational level, everything that I do is energetic. Okay. So I basically help you build your success from the inside out from an energetic perspective. So it is going to murky up your vibration when you're resonating with fear. And yes, educate yourself, but have tools to immediately get yourself back into a point of power, a point of I am supported, I'm divinely guided, use your prayer, use your meditation, visualization, whatever, whatever it is your jam is. And if you don't have a jam, you better reach out to me because I got a billion jams I can give you to soothe the anxieties of living in this world. So today we're going to talk about how to kind of like switch yourself from that scarcity mindset and start over time. This is not a quick fix, folks. Over time, rework the neuronal pathways of your brain into supporting you for a more wealth mindset. The people that are millionaires and billionaires in the world have wealth set points. They have a high set point. All right. So we're going to start to work on getting your set point to a higher set point. Before we get started, though, let me introduce myself. I'm Bambi Thompson. I work with entrepreneurial women, ambitious entrepreneurial women who are recognizing they're kind of stuck. They've plateaued in their business. They're ready to get to the next level, but they kind of can't get that pop. They can't get there. And I teach them how to revolutionize themselves, their brain, their energy body for setting and achieving bigger goals, for using manifesting strategically, and for adding more money, joy, and ease in their entrepreneurial journey by focusing on the things that work, that are just, giving you momentum, changing you from the inside out. So if that's something that resonates with you, definitely check me out. Basically, in a nutshell, I bring the science to the woo to unleash a new you. All right, train your brain for wealth mindset. Let's get to it. Everyone has set points in their brain. They are set points that were created through our childhood memories of our parents' conversations about money, love, relationships, health, whatever. We have financial set points, health set points, money set points, relationship set points, success sex. Wow, that's interesting. Success set points. That's super hard to say. Can you say that? Success set point. That's a tongue twister right there. Anyway, we all have set points. Why? Why do we have set points? Because all through our lifetime, we have been sent messages, right, that are firing off cells in our brain that are then creating patterns in our thinking, which then begin to kind of just self-replicate and self-perpetuate. And when we start reaching a set point, like let's say that your comfort level, a set point for you is, making $3,000 in your business. A lot of people, a lot of coaches, right, make less than $3,000 in their business a month. So as they start reaching that set point, in order for your brain to conserve energy, it's going to like sabotage you because it wants you to stay comfortable. When your brain is comfortable, hanging out in the belief structure, the limitations, the stories that you have, when it's comfortable, it doesn't have to generate a whole lot of energy. What happens when we try to get to the next level? Our brain is cranking, it's using a lot of energy, it's having to have to deal with the fears of the next step, it's having to have to figure shit out, it's having to have to work, right? So as you start to reach your $3,000 set, a month income, it's like your set point is going to start firing and your brain is going to do what it can do to keep you there. All right. So what you have to do is you have to raise your set points, and it doesn't happen overnight, but as you begin to every day fire off certain conversations, certain concepts, every day, repetition. That's how we rewire our brain, retrain our brain. Then you have a higher set point. You can go further before you hit that comfort threshold. And your brain says, well, I'm getting tired here. Let's settle down. Let me sabotage you. Let me make you fearful, get confused, overwhelmed, get tired. Right? These are all the things that start happening as you start reaching your set point, as you start to get overwhelmed, you start to get confused, you start to get tired, you start to completely forget what you were on a track. Put a number 1 in the comments if you've ever been like on fire, man, and you were making momentum and you were like, all right, this is it. This is the time I break free to the next level. And then all of a sudden you wake up the next day and you're like, what the hell was I doing? What was I doing again? Like what is my marketing plan again? Like it's completely like erased from your head. Put a 1 in the comments if that's ever happened to you. It's happened to me repeatedly. It's like, what the hell? Yesterday I was on fire. I totally was organized, efficient, and focused. And today I'm like, what is going on, man? Like, who am I? Where am I? Right? I'm hitting my set point. I'm getting into that place of like, oh Lord. So anyway, let's get into how to start to get your brain raising its set points. One of the things I want you to take notes anytime you come to one of my trainings, because I give you a lot of content and I speak quickly. One of the things you need to know about me is I channel when I teach. So I might have a game plan on the table here of what I'm going to talk about, and then like Source starts directing me over here. So just hang on tight. Buckle in, go for the ride with Bambi. It's always good stuff. Okay, so we want to tell our brain what to begin to focus on. And the first thing that you need to do is you need to write out the vision of what you want your life. And everybody's heard this. If you've been in a coaching program, you have written out your life vision. Hopefully, that's kind of like one of the first modules in every single coaching program on the planet. That should tell you something. That should tell you about the importance of doing this, right? Okay, so having that vision is your baseline. We're going to work from the top down. It's actually the top line. Okay. So you're going to write down things like, where do you want to travel and who do you want to be with and what do you want to look like and what do you want to feel like and where do you want to live? All the stuff, right? Okay. So you start with that. And it's tedious and it takes time, but you kind of only have to do it once. And then you'll start, as your set points rise, you're going to notice that you're going to have to start adding stuff into your vision because suddenly what your vision was at your low set point was here. As you start raising your set point and start retraining your brain for more wealth consciousness, you're going to start thinking of bigger, 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 more cool stuff to put into your life vision. So it is a working document, darling. Put it on a digital thing so that you can just, interject the new pieces where they land right. So you're going to write out your vision. And then, of course, you want to write out your goals, right? That's basic stuff. If you're an entrepreneur, you damn well better have goals. You better know where you're going, right? Because you got to train your brain. More importantly, as a law of attraction business coach, you need to tell the universe where the hell you're going because the universe is kind of like the big genie in the sky who's got this freaking warehouse behind it. And you're, telling it where you want to go. Like, I want a 10 grand monthly income and you're only at 3,000 a month. You have to consistently tell your brain, number one, that you're capable of it, that you have the beliefs, the habits, the blah, blah, blah. And we'll talk about that. But also, you need to keep your eye on the prize and focus, right? Because it's kind of like that magnifying glass thing, when you used to do bad things to ants and leaves. Come on, we've all done it. So it's like focus. If you're on a leaf and you're trying to burn a hole in a leaf and you're like, over here and I only want to I'm feeling insecure, so I'm going to lower my goal to 5,000 and now I'm feeling on fire, so I'm going to move my goal to 15,000 a month and no I'll come back to 10,000. 10,000 is what I want, right? So meanwhile you're moving the magnifying glass all over the flipping place. And the universe, this is what the universe is doing. The law of attraction, that magnetic thing coming to you, is turning around and it's going to all the boxes in the giant warehouse with many aisles. And it's going, okay, 5,000. So the universe is running down the $5,000 aisle to try to get the box. And then in the meantime, you've changed it and you're powered up and you're going back to 15,000. So, okay. Yeah, so I'm going over here to the $15,000 aisle. And then you're like feeling really puny and you're like, maybe only 3,000 this month. Okay, 3,000. Like the universe is going all over the place. It's trying to get to the freaking box. It's trying to deliver it to you. It's trying to be UPS and put it on your front porch. But it can't. Because you constantly send it down another aisle with all of your all over the place. So taking time to get your vision clear, to set your goals, to know what the heck you're working on and where you're going is super important. Now, here is why it's important. And this is a new twist to why this is important. From the strategy business planning thing, yes, of course, tells you what to do. But here, from the brain coach perspective, this is why this is important, because now you're going to look at your goals and you're going to say to yourself, what do I have to believe to earn $10,000 a month? I'm going to let that sink in. I want to write it down. Write your goal down for what you would like. Let's say your annual income. Okay. You want 100 grand income. Write that down. Moving forward, we'll set that as our goal. Okay. So 100 grand annual income. What do you have to believe about yourself? These are categories and you want to brain dump this stuff. Okay. About yourself and your capability. 2 years ago, I had as a goal, that I was going to believe in myself. because I had so much freaking goal trauma from setting a goal and then not looking at it again or whatever, getting all lost and being disorganized, you name it. I don't do that stuff anymore. That's what I teach. But, so your your beliefs have to change about your capability to achieve, your capability to follow through, your capability to be organized, your capability to be focused, strategic. All of that shit was what I started working on. And it's changed me. It changed me so much. So, what do you have to believe? That's number one, about yourself, about the economy. What do you have to believe about the economy? What do you have to believe about universal support? What do you have to believe about your ability to manage the flipping money when it comes in? I work with a lot of women that it's like they sabotage their income coming in because they suck at managing their money, and they're like, well, wait a minute, if I make a bunch of money, then I'm not going to know what to do with it. And I'm going to start freaking out about all the responsibility of it. And I'm going to have to learn new stuff. This is the diabolical chatter of our monkey mind. This is what's going on a subconscious level. When you work with me, we're going to excavate that shit and rewire it and get it out of there. But for you, it's like if you're not working with somebody like a brain coach, it's like that stuff's in you. And it's just you're wondering, why can't I get momentum? That's why. Okay, what do you have to believe? The second thing is, what financial set point do you have to have and create to be able to live, to earn the income of that life, that life vision that you want to live? And for most of us, it's going to be way above 100 grand a year, right? Okay. So you have to raise your financial set point. You got to get clear. Like, I have to be comfortable earning, 35 grand a month, right? So you've got to start programming that into your brain. All right. So you have to change what you believe, you have to change your financial set point, and you have to start changing your beliefs or your habits. You have to start changing the knowledge that you have. You have to start changing your perspectives, your skills, and your attitudes. Now, that all sounds really overwhelming. And the cool thing about our brain is we don't have to know the how. It's not your job to know the how. It is your job to be very clear, get that magnifying glass on that leaf, and just hang in there and keep saying and keep focusing on the same thing so that your brain can every day get a consistent hit of, I am comfortable and at ease earning 35 grand a month. I know how to manage my money. It is joyful for me to market. It is amazing for me to be visible. I am loving the life that I am leading. I am da da da, right? It's like you have to listen, read, write, all of this to rewire your brain. And consistency is the key. So you're also needing to take action and upgrade your skills, upgrade your knowledge, do the things. You can't just sit on your whoopee cushion and meditate all the time. Yeah, I would love to do that. Believe me, as a law of attraction coach, I'm pretty powerful and I can manifest a lot of shit. But I have to be in my business. I have to be an entrepreneur. I have to be a CEO. And that requires certain skills. So this year, because I'm working on upping my income, I am studying for for this 3-month quarter that I'm in right now. I'm really fine tuning my sales. I don't like sales. That's not a word that I like. I like the word, loving on people. How I love on people, right? I'm loving on you right now. I love to show up and just give you free stuff and like teach you and raise you up. And someday you're going to go, damn, I need a change. And that woman that is always there for me is like, she's going to get my money, right? But that's not my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is to connect my heart to you. So I'm studying how to do this. I'm bettering myself so that I can be more accessible to you and your consciousness and your ability to transform and use the tools that I teach you. That to me is sales. It's not like, hey, buy my shit, right? No. Okay. So anyway, but that's a whole mindset shift. That's a whole nother conversation. I could do an entire thing on sales. But anyway, so here is what you're going to do. Once you write out the statements of the things that you want, who you need to become, what the beliefs are that you need to have. And I can help you with this. I obviously can't do this in a 30-minute training. I'm just kind of mapping it out for you, the big picture here. Then what you're going to do is every day, every morning, my clients, when they work with me, we craft a customized morning routine that helps them focus on their goals, helps them have clarity around what are the action steps that they have to take, but also how do they amplify the energy of success as they are working with with these universal laws. And there's way more than just the law of attraction. And some, I'm thinking in the next couple of sessions I'm going to be talking about universal laws that you need to know about, and so that you can employ them. But anyway, so what you're going to do is you've got your life vision written out. So you are going to read the vision. Every day, read the vision so that you're telling the universe and your brain what you want. And I can't tell you enough how doing this over time, you start looking back at the end of your end of your year, and you look at the stuff that effortlessly happened, that was in your vision, that you never even did anything to do to make it happen. It just landed in your life. That's because you're telling consistently the universe, the big genie in the sky, which aisle to go down in the warehouse. And you're telling your brain, this is where I want to go. You figure out who I need to become. You figure out who I need to talk to. You figure out where I need to be at the right time. Like, you figure all that out. You, as in God, source, brain, all the stuff, right? It's not me trying to figure it all out. Because honestly, I would screw it up, right? That's why we get stuck, is because we're trying to figure it all out. It's like, no, surrender the how, give the vision, cast the vision, and then surrender the how. Okay, so you're going to look at your vision. Then you're going to actually visualize. Now, I cannot recommend enough the power of a vision board. I teach my clients, you can do a digital vision board. Just go online and capture images. Pinterest is a great place. If you like cooking, go to Pinterest, grab some images, throw them in a file on your desktop. Don't use them for marketing because you don't have copyright to it, but you can use it for training your brain. And then just have a whole file of pictures that you can click through and put on the same beautiful piece of music, so that your brain starts to go, oh, there's that music. When I get that music, I amplify into this beautiful, luscious vibration. Okay. Now, I channel music for my clients. That's one of the gifts that I have. I can translate their energy field into a piece of music, and then we work that to reprogram their brain. So if that interests you, hit me up for that too. But so get a cool piece of music that you love, that boom, blows you up. And there's a lot of music out there that's like, you listen to it and your heart chakra just goes, wow. It's like you love it. All right. That's the piece of music you want to listen to over and over again. So I have a piece of music that I channeled for myself. I sit on my computer and I just hit the button and I click through real fast. I don't have to like hang out on every image because I got hundreds of them. And I'm just clicking through the images. I'm listening to the music. I have a Reiki candle. I work with Reiki candles all the time. So I have a Reiki candle there for prosperity and abundance, or good vibes, or whatever, if I'm working on health, whatever. I've got a scent. Those are aromatherapy. I have scent going on. I have vision going on. I'm looking at the pictures. I have a motoric thing because I'm like, hitting my button. And I've got like emotion coming forward, like imagining. Now, here's the thing. When you do a vision board, make sure you put pictures of you and your family, you in your office, you and your clients in there. Like, put real life in there too. Because the whole purpose, your why, for most of us is our family. It is our business transforming the lives, for me, of entrepreneurial women. So I have pictures of me when I'm speaking on stage or whatever in my vision board, or where I'm playing my music, channeling, and I have a beautiful picture of me at a white grand piano, and I'm surrounded by powerful women, and I'm playing music, and they're all just like in their bliss mode. So it's like, these things are so important, so that it's not just, the internet pictures, because that doesn't have the heart connection. When you see your son or daughter or husband or mom and dad or your favorite clients in there, ooh, that's a big that's a big burst of high vibrational love. Love is a very, very magnetic, beautiful, juicy elixir to work with the law of attraction. So you want to get that going. So anyway, you're feeling how your big life vision, not what you're living now, what your big life vision is going to serve the world, how it's going to raise people up. You feel the feelings of that. And then you are, hang on, I got notes and I just screwed up the pages. Okay, and then you imagine like the stair steps of getting there. Okay, so you're not going to pop into a millionaire lifestyle if you're, living on a 5 grand a month income, right? What's the next step? Well, that next step is to have a $10,000 income. How is that going to change your life? I can tell you it's going to change your life, right? And then the next step is you can see yourself sitting down with an accountant for the first time and saying, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I actually have the money to invest. And then you can see yourself sitting down with your accountant the next year and they're going like, now here's what I do. Here's a trick for you. I always say that my income or my portfolio outperforms the global economy. All right. Because I'm working with the law of attraction. Why wouldn't I? Right. Why would I say, oh, well, if the global economy sucks, then my portfolio better suck. And a lot of you are doing that. You're like, oh God, the portfolio or the economy sucks. So I'm expecting to go in. Here's the difference between you and me, darling. I'm expecting to go in and to look at my bank statement. I'm expecting to go in and look at my portfolio and see a dip. I don't. I employ the law of expectation. There's one of those laws. I expect to see an uptick. Even though on the radio, everybody's talking about a downtick, I expect to see an uptick. And it's weird. A lot of times I do, right? So it's like, what are you doing in these stepping stones to get there? Visualize those steps. Visualize yourself a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Retirement. Here's another tip. Make sure you plan your end of life scene. Like, people don't think about that. I totally do. It's in my freaking vision. It's like I go to sleep one night in my home where I'm financially independent. I'm physically healthy and I just go to sleep and, my heart stops, whatever. A big alien beams me up, whatever it is. It's simple. It's easy. It's there. It's at the right time. It's, all my legals are set for my kids. It's not a shit show in my house, right? I don't leave a nightmare to them. Like, these are the things you got to put in your life vision, people. Okay. Expand the life vision to really serve you. Okay. Then every day, you read the new beliefs that you have written down. That is the most important thing. I believe that I'm divinely guided. I believe, not I believe, but I am. Always say I am. The words I am are magical little, they create, when you say I am, it creates a little bubble of magic into which you speak your affirmation or your desire. Okay. So I am little fart bubble of magic, brilliant at managing my money. I am divinely supported by the universe. I am always guided to the next piece of information that I need. I am truly supported by amazing people. Every day in every way, I get better and better and better. Like, start writing your beliefs down. I am thrilled and excited when I go to look at my bank statement. I am blown away by how my portfolio performs. Okay. So all of these things, you write them down based on all the preemptive work that we talked about. You read those every day. Read it. You want to imagine it. Use your occipital lobe to imagine it. You want to, if you want, trace it with one finger and then the other so that you have a motoric thing going on where it's like you're connecting both hemispheres of your brain. So you've got your list of stuff here that you're reading. It's like read half and then the other half, right? That's a John Assaraf trick. I love John Assaraf. He's a brain geek like me and far beyond me. I don't say like me. I aspire to him. Um, but you're going to read your beliefs every day. You're going to imagine it. You're going to feel it. That's going to activate your limbic system. You're going to be smelling it because you use the same scent every time. You're going to be listening to it because you're hearing your voice speak it. Very important. Speak it out loud. And you're going to be hearing your beautiful music, which is raising your vibration. And then it only takes 15 minutes. This sounds like really elaborate. No, it's 15 minutes once you got it done. Here's my little book, gang. In my little book, I have my keystone habits. These are the things that I need to develop and do every day. I have my vision written out, my abbreviated vision. Um, I have my goals written out with my checklists. I have my KPIs, which are key performance indicators of how do I know that I'm achieving my goals. I've got my schedule that I want to kind of like loosely live with because I kind of let the universe guide me. I have T. Harv Eker's The Millionaire Mind, his affirmations in here. Anything that's going to raise your vibration, it's in here. And I just every day, I whip through this little book and I feel and I raise my vibration, I align. Then here's the key, you take 3 small action steps that will support you moving on that vision. Okay? Commit 3 things a day that will move you closer to this lifestyle to increase your income. Okay? And if you don't have one, you need to have a money love ritual, which is a way that you interact energetically and strategically with your money that's coming in through your business. I can set you up with that. So do this for 6 months. Focus, have as a goal for 6 months that you are going to raise your financial set point by training your brain. And what is going to happen? You are going to find yourself believing more. You're going to find yourself seeing more that's happening. You're going to find yourself feeling more like that, $100,000 earner or that $700,000 earner, that whatever, millionaire, whatever. You're going to start acting automatically more in alignment, and you're going to start changing your expectations of what is possible from the inside out. Basically, you're going to reverse engineer from your vision new beliefs, habits, behaviors, thoughts, actions, all of that. Okay. So this is a cool thing. When you're doing this, you are reprogramming your subconscious programming. Your subconscious programming is the thing that wins out every time. So when you are having a subconscious programming for being organized, efficient, focused, and effective, I'll give you an example of how this works. The subconscious mind automatically, I want you to hear this, automatically goes to change your behaviors, your habits, your actions, your speech to match whatever's in your subconscious mind. How do you program your subconscious mind? Repetition, 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 repetition. How often do you repetition, 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 repetition? I suck. Life is hard. I can never make ends meet. I can't get clients. The world is a scary place. People are evil and mean. How often do you put that in there? Probably a lot. Especially if you watch the news, right? Because they're making sure, man, we got to make sure that that subconscious mind is programmed to that. And then when you go out in the world, that's what you see. Because as within, so without. Now, me, I always put in that the world is a loving place. People are supportive. I am divinely guided. I am safe and protected. I go out in the world and it's like, man, everybody's fucking rainbows and unicorns and it's good. And it's like the people in my life are supportive and loving. And the things that I see happening in response to something negative or contrast, it's not even that there's something good, bad, negative, positive. It's just contrast to what I desire for the world. I see beautiful solutions coming in. So I see the solutions. Yes, there are tons of problems, undeniable. There is a ton of inequity. There is a ton of bad stuff going on. But I see the solutions when I go out in the world, and it fills me up with joy and hope. If all you see is the bad shit, let's do some reprogramming, right? So anyway, when I started programming myself to be organized, efficient, focused, and effective, and then I'm going to wrap this up because I've gone over time. But when I started programming myself to be organized, efficient, focused, and effective, and I was doing my brain retraining, and I created a neuronal or a brain retraining audio for myself using the music that I channeled. I walked in my office one day, and this is a true story. There is no exaggeration whatsoever in this story. And I literally stopped dead in my tracks. There was a jolt in my body, and I went, who the hell organized my office? I said that to myself. And then I went, I'm the only one that comes in here. Holy shit. And then all of a sudden it occurred to me, oh my God, I had been doing my brain training audio that I had created for myself with my affirmations and my music that I channeled, the whole 9 yards. I was doing the ritual for 1 week. This is how fast it can happen. Not for everybody, but for me, because I'm a pretty clear person energetically, because I'm always clearing stuff. But I went, oh my God, this is what they're talking about. This is what they're saying, is that the automaticity of your subconscious mind to change your behaviors, your words, your actions, your habits. And what I found was, oh my God, it worked. I didn't even know. I was never cognizant of the fact that I was setting up order and systems in my office. And what I found myself, once I had that recognition, I found that I couldn't stand a pen being like that. It had to be like that. And I couldn't stand my papers being like this on my desk, which they always had been. I had to have them like this, or my freaking skin would crawl. Whoa, man, I had changed my subconscious mind. All right. So this is so important. I can't emphasize it enough. 1, let's review it. 1, you're going to write your vision. 2, you are going to figure out what goals do you need to have, 12, 6, 3, 1, right? You're going to write down what would you have to believe to live that vision. And those beliefs, there's a lot of bucket of belief about yourself, your capability, your skill set, the economy, other people, blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of beliefs in there. Get clear on them. Write an affirmation positive for each belief. I believe the world is a loving, supportive place. I believe that I always am shown the next step in my journey, blah, blah, blah. Okay, then what financial set point do you need to earn the money that will allow you to live the life of that dream? If it's 35 grand a month, you better start affirming that I am comfortable managing and earning and generating and attracting. I'm always wanting to make it easy. 35 grand a month. Imagine if you said that every single day and you started to feel it more and more and more, and you started to watch your income rise. You started to have more belief. Eventually, you'll have it. Right? Okay. And then every morning you've got your ritual. You're going to read your thing, read the vision, visualize actually living that life. And while you're doing it, you got your candles, you got your, drink tea, eat chocolate, listen to music, get all the senses, as many senses as you can have, because every sense center in your brain is going to be firing. You want as much of your brain firing when you're doing this work as possible. All right. Get your vision board. Read it. Stroke the sentence as you read it, okay? Feeling how it feels, and imagine the stair steps, right? Okay, I'm going here, then I'm going here, then I'm going here, then I'm going here. And then read your beliefs out loud, speak it, and then you take 3 action steps every day towards your goals, okay? And I don't care. An action step can be read 6 pages in a book about wealth and prosperity. If you want to up your game, Catherine Ponder, with a C, Catherine Ponder, she has written many books with amazing, powerful, kick-ass like prayers, affirmations, things that literally, when I read them, my body goes, it's like incredible. Catherine Ponder is my girlfriend right now. I'm just like reading everything of hers. Because you want to change your internal reality so that your external reality changes. All right. So I really, really hope that this served you. Please, please, please reach out to me, follow me. I'm on, YouTube, I'm on Facebook, I'm starting to get back into LinkedIn. But I really encourage you, I am going to put a little banner at the bottom here. Please get, if money is a problem for you, please get my free scarcity hack. It's another practice. It's a worksheet and a tiny little 7-minute training, but it is a worksheet that you can work through that is going to give you the tools to use or the thoughts to use when your scarcity hits you, like at 4 a.m., 3 a.m., 2 a.m. When are you rippling with fear about money? In the middle of the night, right? So that worksheet is going to give you a structure of thoughts that you can immediately shift your brain and look over here instead of like looking over here, freaking out, creating anxiety, high emotional state, which is wiring your brain extremely fast. It's going to give you the thoughts and the focuses of what you want to do to get out of scarcity and get back into success, get back into confidence, get back into prosperity and abundance and ease and flow and fun. If it's not fun, I don't want to do it. My clients love working with me because I'm crazy and fun. So grab that free scarcity hack. And I just really appreciate the time that you spent with me. I hope I have served you. Please share this with someone who needs to hear about it. And if you are wanting to leverage neuroscience, aka brain training, the law of attraction, the human energy body, because I'm an energy healer and an empath and intuitive, and strategy. So it's the science and the woo and the business strategy to uplevel yourself, revolutionize yourself to be the woman that creates the energy in her business that creates the success she desires. I am definitely the woman to talk to. And you can grab a free strategy session if you go to bambythompson.com, success strategy session, you'll see it, work with me tab. Check it out, grab a free strategy session with me, and we'll talk about where you're struggling, what's going on. And this is what I offer that will help you. Maybe it's the Quantum Leap Lab. That's a really cool thing that I offer. That is we meet 3 times a month and clear energy and work magic and woo and all that. But anyway, enough of that. I will see you next week. And I hope, please write in the comments below so that more people get to see this, help the algorithm. What's your biggest takeaway from this? What's the one thing that you're excited to implement? Write that in the comments and have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. Take care.